Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're having a nice day before we have a few days of rain. Uh, Today is Wednesday, and today is Earth Day. And I thought I'd come to you with a passage from Genesis 1 about how God created the earth and how God kind of looked for us to take care of the earth. I had thought a little bit this week about Earth Day as I was making some lesson plans for my students, and I asked them for their science project today just to take Earth Day and go out and get a little fresh air and maybe plant some seeds or pick up the yard or just kind of take this some time to sit quietly and breathe in nature. But today I want to read a little bit to you from Genesis chapter 1. God spoke, "Earth, green up, grow all varieties of seed-bearing plants, every sort of fruit-bearing tree." And there it was. Earth produced green seed-bearing plants, all varieties, and fruit-bearing trees of all sorts. God saw that it was good. It was evening, and it was morning. And God spoke, "Swarm ocean with fish and all sea life, birds fly through the sky over earth." God created the huge whales, all the swarm of life in the waters, and every kind and species of flying birds. And God saw that it was good. God blessed them. "Prosper, reproduce, fill the ocean. Birds reproduce on earth." God spoke, "Earth, generate life, every sort and kind, cattle and reptiles and wild animals, all kinds." And there it was, wild animals of every kind, cattle of all kinds, every sort of reptile and bug. And God saw that it was good. God spoke, "Let us make human beings in our image, make them reflecting our nature, so they can be responsible for the fish in the sea, the birds in the air, the cattle, and yes, earth itself, and every animal that moves on the face of the earth." God created human beings. He created them like God-like, reflecting God's nature. He created them male and female, and God blessed them. "Prosper, reproduce, fill the earth, take charge. Be responsible for the fish in the sea, the birds in the air, for every living thing that moves on the face of the earth." Wow, God gave us a lot of responsibility for this earth. And so we need to think about that every day in creation, and especially today. I tried to be outside a little bit as I was going to video this, but it was so windy that I couldn't keep my pages together and hold my camera at the same time. But today is a good day to just to go out and go out and look outside and stand out there and say, "Wow, God, what a beautiful day that you have created. This is your day. This is the earth that you have created." And what does it mean when we say that? Isn't it amazing the difference we feel about creation when we practice being grateful for it? We need to make changes in our lives to show gratitude for the earth, for immediate impact on the earth. And we can do that in several ways. We can keep the earth clean. We can plant seeds. We can just be careful about how many times we drive somewhere when maybe we could take a short walk, or how much pollution is in the air. There's a lot of ways that we can help the earth and sustain it, because from the Genesis, God has given us that responsibility. So take some time over the next few days when the weather is nice, and just sit in God's wonder and think about all that God has created and this wonderful earth, and what we might be able to do to take care of it, and the blessing that we can be to the earth and to the animals and the fish and the sea, and it's our responsibility to take care of them. And I believe, is in living in a rural area, that we really know what that means. I've sat here the last few days when the farming has really kicked into high gear, and um, watched the tractor go around my house and the seed being put into the ground, and in this in these days of uncertainty, we go and we plant a seed in the hope of reproducing that seed, and that we'd have a big harvest in the end. And that's where we still need to look. Even though it's a time of uncertainty, we plant the seed in hope of the harvest that will come. So let's remember God's earth this day and every day. Take care.